Hello, so today I am with Callum McKillen. Callum, how are you?
I'm so good, Susanna. How are you?
I'm good too. I'm actually really good. You know, when you have those times, I've sort of been in a bit of a meh mood for the last few days, but I've woken up this morning feeling this is going to be a good day. Where are you calling from? Tell us where you're calling from.
So I am in Victoria, Australia, on the Mornington Peninsula. So I'm in a little town suburb called Safety Beach.
Okay.
And yeah, it's about 7 o'clock here, so it's not too late.
Yeah. So Victoria, has that gone back on serious lockdown, or was that New South Wales that's gone on serious lockdown again?
Yeah, no, we're on stage 4 lockdowns again. So haven't left the house for a little while, going a little bit stir crazy.
Really?
And just noticing my eyebrows, so I haven't been able to go to the hairdresser or anything for a while. So please excuse me.
I love you caring so much, and you just look so gorgeous. I'm mad about that jacket, by the way. It looks like it's kind of from Dries Van Noten or someone.
It is Etro, this jacket.
There you go. You know you can get Etro. My husband buys, he's so mean, Steen, who's half Australian, by the way. He's so fucking tight-fisted that he buys everything on eBay, everything. And he gets the most amazing Etro stuff from there. There's a lot of Etro on eBay.
That's where I should go, because I end up just buying it full price from Mr. Porter or somewhere like that.
Yeah.
But I'm not very savvy with the bargains, unfortunately. I just tend to pay full whack, and my partner doesn't like me very much.
Well, I need to teach you, because you know your size because you're wearing an original, bought new. So go and look on eBay.
I will, yes.
Go and look on eBay. You know your size. It's brilliant. But my darling, so you've been in musical theatre for a while, haven't you?
I have, just amateur musical theatre as a hobby. And I feel like everyone that's been in musical theatre, particularly amateur musical theatre, has got some kind of wardrobe malfunction story. I think there's always something goes wrong backstage at the last minute, just before you're about to go on, something falls off or something, doesn't fit, and you end up pulling out your hair. But the show must go on, and I think that's part of what makes theatre so great.
And my dad, what do you do the rest of the time? You're a stylist, aren't you?
I'm just studying to be a stylist at the moment. So I'm doing a course whilst I'm working full-time. So my partner and I, we own an in-home care organisation. So we look after elderly and disabled people in their own homes. So we send in carers, nurses, cleaners to help them with whatever they need.
My God, so you have that, and you're studying, and you have your amateur thing. How old are you? You look very young.
I'm 28.
Okay. That's amazing. Where do you get your drive from? Where does that come from, your drive to do so much?
I think, to me, it doesn't feel like I do that much. When we first started the business, my partner and I, we've been together now 9 years, and we've had the business now for coming up to 7 years. And the first probably 4 or 5 years were tough, and it took up most of my time. I didn't have much of a social life. But now that the business is quite established, we've got a lot of people that work for us. I can kind of, that's when I got to, I started doing the musical theatre, and I kind of got to explore some different areas that were maybe a little bit more me. So, I do, it's a full-time job with our business, but at the same time, Dwayne, my partner, probably picks up a lot of the slack when I'm studying and doing musical theatre.
I think it's amazing what you're doing, genuinely. What's the business called?
It's called Just Better Care.
Brilliant. Well, I'm gonna get my Australian passport because I'm married to a half Australian. And then I'm going to come and retire in Australia, and you can look after me when I'm old.
Please do. We'll have so much fun.
We will. But anyway, Callum, we're digressing. Yes. Tell me about some of the wardrobe malfunctions you've had, because I can imagine there have been a few.
Yes. Susanna, have you ever done like any kind of theatre or concerts or anything like that yourself?
I've done. I love it. It's like you're interviewing me now. I love that.
Sorry.
Well, I did strict. No, it's fine. It's fantastic. I did strictly dance. What's it called? Strictly Come Dancing. Is that what
Yeah.
it's called? Yeah, no, that dance show. And I got kicked out first because I was so shit. But I've had you know, and the clothes they put me in, I looked like a sort of aging, like really aging sort of hooker slash madam in the clothes. And yeah. But anyway, that was it. That's in the past. But I've had so many malfunctions, but not doing that. But I'm not. I can't sing and I can't dance. So
okay. So the reason I was asking is just because there's this thing that a lot of performers do, particularly ensemble members, which is called a quick change. So it means that you have to do like a really quick change side stage. You don't have time to get back to your dressing room. You've just got to do it there side stage, rip everything off, put everything back on and hope for the best. So the story, this is my favourite story, was when I was doing a show. It was Les Mis, beautiful show. And we had this quick change that I needed to do. I was not a main character. I was one of the students. And so in the beginning, I didn't have a lot to do. So I was in the ensemble. So I went from being like this kind of, like a homeless kind of person with dirt all over my face, fake blood, everything.
Oh, you must have hated that. Looking like shit.
And we had like all these raggedy clothes that we had to put on that were all stained and gross, but it looked the part.
Yeah.
So I had to go from that into this pub scene. So I had to do a really quick change side stage. I had like not much time at all, and you've got dressers side stage that will sometimes help you, but they're mostly there for the main characters, and I wasn't a main character, so it was kind of like, okay, well, this guy is just fine to do his own stuff. So you set up your quick change station just before you go on, and I ran around the side of the stage, got to my quick change station, and I saw that someone had put something over it and kind of moved some stuff around. And like, I think that I haven't done an awful lot of theatre, but I'm pretty sure that theatre etiquette is that you don't touch someone else's quick change station because you're just going to fuck with them. Like, it is just not.
Yeah.
So I got to my station. I was like, oh shit, it's everywhere, and it's dark. Like, you can't see anything. So some of the dressers that are side stage, they've got these little torches that they'll shine around and kind of try and help you as much as they can. There's also people there that are they're coming at you with makeup wipes, trying to get the fake blood and the dirt off your face and stuff like that. So I'm kind of trying to rifle through, find my clothes and see where they are. Meanwhile, I've got people kind of trying to rub stuff off my face and get my wig off and pull a different one on. So I got what I thought was my clothes, and it turns out they weren't. I had another cast member come up to me and go, "You've got some of my clothes on." I was like, "Oh shit, I've got to take this off. I've got to give it to you. I've got to get this one." And so by that stage, I was so far behind, and it was coming up to the cue that I needed to be on the stage for. And so I just... I could see that there was still a couple of things left, and I was like, well, these must be mine if they're the ones that they're the ones that are left. So I got them on. There wasn't time for me to put my shoes on. I just had socks and these pants, which were not mine, that were so big. And so I'm like running onto the stage trying to find my spot. And the stage is like, at this stage, I'm in socks. I've got these long pants on that are kind of trailing underneath them. The stage is slippery. So I stepped onto that sucker like it was an ice rink. It was horrific. And so I've kind of gone skating across the stage, banged into the table that I'm supposed to be on, and I've kind of like fallen, and I was kind of down sort of behind the table, and just as it got to my cue, I stood up and my pants fell down. So that was...
Oh my God, what were you wearing? Were you wearing any pants? Any knickers?
Yeah, I was. I had they're not very flattering, but like those dance support things on that dancers wear, the coloured kind of things that kind of tuck everything in. Yeah. Not flattering at all, but yeah, that was fun.
Oh my God. Callum, I can't believe it. And how do you? But do you just sort of carry on and ignore it, or did you
Well,
think,
I
shit, I've
I
got to get
mean,
out of here?
no. So, I mean, in some instances, you probably would. Like, I've got a couple of other stories where I've seen a friend of mine ran onto the stage, or she came onto the stage. We were doing a dance number in Phantom of the Opera, and her partner stood on the train of her dress, and the whole thing just fell off her. Her whole dress just dropped to the floor because it was quite loose fitting, and it
Yeah.
was like quite a heavy dress. And that thing just fell off her. And she was in, like, she had a bra and knickers on, but
Yeah.
she just kind of picked it up and ran off the stage. And I was like, yeah, that's what I would have done too. But for
Oh,
me, I
yeah.
just kind of flicked my pants up and, kept going with my
Yeah.
beer because I was,
Goodness.
supposed to be in a bar. I passed it off as
Yeah.
looking like I was drunk.
Drunk, yeah. I'm sure you did that very well.
I'm a very good drunk.
Oh my God. Well, I just think you're so lovely, genuinely. And yeah, you've made my day. This chat has set me up for the day. So thank you so
Wow,
much.
you have like no idea. It's been a crappy couple of weeks because of the lockdown and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Everyone's feeling probably a bit crap, I'm sure, but
Yeah.
this is just the biggest pick-me-up, I can't tell you.
Oh, you're amazing, and I love that jacket so much. You're the most stylish pajama party that we've had. And that's the truth.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, and I love your glasses as well. I love everything about you. So there we go.
I'm going to cry. I'm going to cry.
All right, I send you a huge kiss and give my love to Dwayne.
Thank you, I will do.
All right, hon. You take care.